I'm on a porch, get money, you know that we never could get a divorce. Say you the plug when nigga might have been the source. Why me pull up in that brand new Porsche? Come through, I teach you this shit like a chorus. Bitch, I'm like Ghost, I got power, of course. Invested my money and ran up a check. Now man, I hot like a motherfucking torch. I got a habit,
I got you. Whoa. Welcome back to another episode of On the Porch. You know, you're here with your boy, Mr. Mindset. Guys, please make sure you're like, comment, and subscribing on the YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, go over to our other platforms. We're talking about Apple Podcast. Well, not our platforms, but go over to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, whatever that is, and leave us 5 stars. Say something nice. Give us a good review if you want to continue moving this thing up. BJ.
It's your boy BJ_real, man. Like Mike was just saying, it's not hard to find us on. We're on all platforms at _on the porch. But Mike, let's get straight into it. We got a special guest.
Special. Guys, we got a guy that I was talking about this other day. I went to Rich and Fit. Y'all know I went out there, got into the right rooms, just get into the right places, right? And just meeting the right people. And this is something that I've been preaching about and something I've been talking about a lot. So, with that being said, one of the first people I talked to, right? It was like, I walked in, I was like, my name is Michael Baker. It was like, oh, we got another Mike B too. Right? It was like, another Mike B. And I'm like, okay, let's see this. Because I was called that when I played sports. Everybody called me Mike B. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll let it go because the guy been here before me, right? I'm let it go.
He's Mike B too?
Yeah, they call him Mike B. So pretty much, I met Mike Busby, guys. I met Mike Busby. He's been killing it in the sales space. Our sales space, I don't know what that means. That's why we brought him on, right? Because we want to hear about it, right?
Never heard what he did before.
So look, I want him to go ahead and introduce yourself. Let him know who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll go from there. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having me on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
2 mics don't make it right there, so definitely happy to be here, man. For sure. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You good.
Bet. But yeah, guys, my name is Mike. Happy to be here, man. I run a business called Remote Closer University, where we help everyday people make their first 5 figures online from learning a simple high-income skill known as sales. And we also help online coaches do an extra 50 to 100 grand per month by building out their sales team so they can make more money and do more stuff that they enjoy doing. But we've been running that and helping a lot of people.
How long you been in it?
In sales, bro, I've been in sales for the last like three years almost. I started like 2020, almost 2019, and I recently had quit my job, top in entrepreneurship. I was doing reselling, going to garage sales, flipping stuff, shoes, toys.
Straight hustling.
Hella hustling, bro.
That's a hustle.
eBay, Amazon, all that stuff. And I got into it a little bit, but I messed up bad.
How?
Bro, you know how they say with money, right? To make money, you gotta spend money.
Yeah,
I
we do know that.
Did not understand that concept when I first got started. So I started buying all these products from these garage sales and thrift stores.
You were spending money.
Credit card going crazy.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna sell all this stuff, make all this money. Nothing sold.
Wow.
Found myself 20K in credit card debt. I had to go back to a job. And then that's when I started finding remote closing. Because that's when I learned I can make money by not having to spend money.
Yeah.
Just swap my time.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
So
at least we know you weren't like too cool because like you were kind of doing your own thing out there in that entrepreneurial world. So I know a lot of times when people get in that, like once they get in that space, they feel like they can't go back and work a job because they're already out there. And then sometimes even like our young men, like they'll get out there and just go to the streets and find it that way because they see that fast money. Oh, you can make 10K doing this scam. You could go sell this drug and make this amount of money. So I know you see it all the time on Instagram and stuff. People with the hack pages. Oh, if you send me 100, I'll give you $1,000. So it's like, at least you were like man enough to stand up and be like, nah, I think I could just go back to a job and like just make a steady income instead of doing it like the street way.
Yeah, for sure. And it's really like the fact that you're able to go back shows that you don't have so much pride or pride wall up because a lot of people just can't stand that embarrassment because I'm pretty sure you told somebody in your family or something like, hey, I'm quitting, I'm going to entrepreneurship. And then it's kind of like embarrassing when you go out there and try it and it doesn't work. And now everybody telling you like, hey, I told you that wasn't going to work.
Absolutely, bro.
So most people just they can't go that. So the fact that I give you kudos for that.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro. I always say this one thing my mentor told me. He said the enemy is the inner me.
Yeah.
The number one obstacle stopping most people in life is themselves.
Right.
So it's not just you, it's the way you think, it's the way you go about things.
Right.
So you're right. For most people, they have what? An ego.
Yeah.
I'm too cool for this. I don't deserve this, stuff like that. But they always say once you can remove that inner person telling you no, is when you can start unlocking stuff you never had before.
Right. And then you did a great job doing that. So wait, so you was buying what and how wasn't it not selling?
Man, bro.
So like how was it not? I'm just curious. Like what was it that? Because usually anything could sell.
You know, bro, it's funny you mentioned that. So it was like a roller coaster.
Right.
So it started off 2017, and I was working my 9-to-5 job, hotel manager in Las Vegas at a hotel called Mandalay Bay. If I've ever been to Vegas, like big golden buildings fly.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, we've been to Vegas. I was
Vegas?
there a couple of.
Okay.
I don't think we've been there. Have we been to Mandalay?
No, but I've seen it before. I've been to Vegas 3 times. So.
Okay, so it's like the Star of the Strip, big gold building. Fun fact, they actually had the biggest mass shooting in history happened at the hotel.
Damn.
Y'all remember that?
I think did they make a documentary or a movie about it? Yeah, I think so.
From the hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
I worked on that night.
No.
As the front desk manager, no joke. I remember working. I was front desk manager and stuff.
I'm gonna let it go.
Nah, bro. It was a crazy story, man. Like I was working and we started hearing like little shots. It's slight though, so we can't really tell too much.
What?
I go outside or go out to the front desk and I see people start crowding the desk, saying, "Hey, can I have some room? The keys to my room, keys to our room." The people's voices are raising a little bit, and I started seeing people like run to the front desk now. I'm like, "What the is going on?"
Yeah.
And one lady shouts out, "They're shooting outside!" Like a white lady. I was like, "Oh snap!" And then I got the whole team. We went out, and then stuff started to subdue. But what's crazy about that experience, though, keep it short, guys, is that after that moment happened and almost 100 people passed away,
No.
guess what happened the next day?
What?
Back to business.
Back to business.
Swear.
Hotel was open. People were playing slot machines.
That's a business,
Going
for real. Them
crazy in the
casinos are
casino.
crazy.
We were still checking guests in at the front desk. And that's what made me realize that when it comes to working, your job cares about you, but they only care about you if the money's there.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Because I mean,
irreplaceable.
because they don't really care. They can't care because that can mess you up mentally. Like, and they expect you to be back to work that fast. That's pretty crazy. Like, I would be scared. Like, what the hell? When somebody come back? Like,
They even asked like, "How are y'all doing mentally?" Or they just like,
They did.
Yeah, so we expect y'all to be out there working like tomorrow. Like, they didn't like. They just gave y'all like a little team meeting in the morning and was like, "All right, guys, it happened. So get out there and let's act normal."
I mean, to their defense, it was optional to come in that day. So some folks did, some folks didn't.
Okay.
no, I
being,
probably would've went.
being a manager, if anyone's ever been a manager, you kind of feel like obliged, low key. They put that guilt on you. And my mentors always say, if you allow someone to feed you, you also give them the ability to starve you.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, they had to come in because they had to make money.
Right.
And I called and felt that day that I never want to be in a position to where I have to do something, even though I don't want to, or it may not be like morally right.
Right. Right.
Well, I want to get back to like the roots of how like you were raised and everything. Like where were you born at? Where did you like really grow up, become like learn yourself at, and like where did you have both parents in the household? Like kind of get into that and like just a little bit more background on yourself.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah,
people
man.
can see themselves in you. You know what I mean?
Right.
For sure, bro. For sure. That's a good question. So I grew up in Maryland. 32 now. I grew up with 3 sisters. I was the youngest and the only boy in the
Wow.
family then. So growing up then, I feel like I was spoiled a little bit, not gonna lie. And I grew up playing sports, had my mom, my dad in my life. My dad came to every single basketball game. My mom worked a crazy 9-to-5 job in the government, waking up at 4 a.m., coming back at 6 in the evening then, so grinding.
Yeah.
My dad just took me to practices, school, and everything. But when I was 16 years old, my dad passed away though. Passed away from heart complications due to diabetes.
Oh, that's tough.
Great father, but wasn't eating the best though. Had a lot of junk food, stuff like that. So my mom raised me for most of my life. My sisters were way older, so they were able to, have their own family. And yeah, when I was 17, I went to jail for a felony then because my dad never gave me that direction.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but your father always the one that kind of put you on that straight path. If I did anything crazy, beat my ass every single time. And then when he passed away, I felt like a kid that kind of had the shackles removed off him.
Yeah.
Started doing crazy stuff. I found myself in jail from robbing a storage unit with a couple of my buddies. Took out $2,000 the first time, went smooth, came back, clink, clink. Feds were there, and I spent about a week in jail, and that moment made me realize the importance of having some discipline in my life.
Discipline.
You learn from that.
So is that could you say that's one of the reasons why you are disciplined the way you are now? Because you learned discipline from that situation, or did you have to go through something more?
Yeah, like what did you just learn from like that situation being like that? Like what's your head at?
You know what, man? That moment taught me a lot. It taught me that you are who you surround yourself with. Because guess what? The guys who I was hanging around with were doing similar stuff as that.
Yeah.
That wasn't their first rodeo.
Right? Yeah.
Stealing things.
They probably would told you like this is easy. We're not gonna get caught. All that stuff.
Exactly, man. And because one of my mans I went to high school with trusted him, good dude. Never really steered me wrong until that moment. And he introduced me to some other guys who were going down that path. And they saw they were making money. I wanted to make money, and it taught me a valuable lesson about. You are the average habits of the people who have habits around you. And I started picking up their habits of wanting quick money.
Yeah, for sure.
How old were you then?
I was 17.
17?
Yeah.
So at 17, you were like, already had the mindset, like, I need to get some type of money. Like, I gotta hustle, I gotta get it.
You know, bro, I didn't even need money like that.
So you were just bored.
Yeah, son. I was working at, like, I'm a pretty straight cut dude. I grew up in the suburbs, middle class family. My mom made great money, so did my dad. So I was never like respectfully hurting for money.
Okay.
At that time, I worked a good job at like Sears and sales, and I was making like $3,000 a month. So
That's a blessing.
Didn't need money.
You didn't need money. So sometimes
It sounded like it was one of the moments where you were like testing the waters kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, can I get away with this?
Perfect, but like you kind of just testing like, all right, what can I do if this kind of wasn't working out?
Yeah,
Like
man.
that.
Basically testing, like I said, just being around people that was their normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like us going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
You go to the gym with guys who are working out every day. That's eventually going to become you. You around guys who play video games, they smoke, they drink. Nothing wrong with it, of course, but eventually that will become you. So it just taught me that the community who you're around will become you.
For sure. So I know you said you lost your father when you were 17 or 16. 16. So he died. Did that do anything to you? Did that make you want to take care of your family with you being the only man that was in the house at that point? Or was it kind of just like, I know you said you had a great job, your mom had a great job, so was you still okay? Or, because I know with me not having a father in my household, it made me say, even though I was the youngest too, it just made me say, I need to be the man. I need to take care of things at the house. So how was that for you?
You know what, man? Growing up without my dad in my life at that time, it honestly didn't really impact me. Because when you're 16, it's all about who? You.
Yeah.
You just care about what you want. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to go to this party. I want to get this car.
Yeah.
So looking back at it now, I wish I was actually grieved a little harder because it didn't happen to it when I was a little bit older. But yeah, when it happened, bro, it actually didn't affect me.
Yeah,
I
feel
was
you.
like, all right, cool. I got freedom now. Like I said earlier, then, you know, the parents put those shackles on you.
Yeah.
Be home at this time, study for this testing,
Yeah.
get these good grades. And now that my dad wasn't there, I felt like an angel, had a little bit of freedom on my hands. So I straight started wilding out.
Stepping outside
Right,
when
yeah.
you're not worrying about getting whooped when you get home.
Going
Like,
crazy, bro. I
Yeah.
felt like a college kid just going to college for the first time and just like spreading his wings. But like I said, looking back at it now, I realized that I needed that freedom to kind of make my own decisions. Like how they always say, you only do stuff. You can only do something if you want to do it. When people make you do something, like in that situation, it never ends up right.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that you said, because I know a lot of people say that they go back to their dad. They make the decision that their dad would have wanted them to make.
Yeah.
So now with your dad not being around, you were able to make, like you said, start making your own decisions. So that's probably
Bad decisions.
Well, it was bad decisions, but you needed those bad decisions though, because obviously that's why you are in the position that you are in today.
Correct.
So when I know all that happened, boom, you graduated high school, so you went to college.
Yeah.
But you're doing the sales right now.
Yeah, man.
What the hell
graduate.
happened?
You know what's a funny story, fellas?
What the hell happened?
All right, man. All right. So I went to college. I technically got a degree on paper. I walked across stage, but I did not actually officially graduate from my college.
Wow.
Pictures though.
I got the pictures. It's on Instagram. I got the family joints. I got the hat turned to the side thing, but I actually never officially graduated despite going to school for 5 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. It was crazy.
Why didn't you graduate?
So first I majored in environmental science.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone knows
like a
anything
tough
about
major.
that, it's a bullshit major, to keep it 100. My mom worked for EPA, so it made sense that to do what she does, make money. Boom. Bad logic, though. But long story short, I was feeling super unmotivated during school. I felt like this is the dumbest thing. I was learning about meteorology, learning about weather patterns, greenhouse gases, stuff that I don't give a single damn about.
Weatherman.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And trained to be a weatherman off like some anchorman type stuff, just reporting the news. I didn't know what I was going to do, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I realized that I took my first internship at a nonprofit organization. And when I took that job, I saw everyone had a passion for the environment. They was like really loving the earth.
And you didn't give a shit about that.
And I'm in that joint faking it. I'm in that joint like, yeah, we can rally everybody together to create this nonprofit. I was just really lying to myself, and I felt weird going into that job. It was all
It's college
Caucasian
for you,
people,
bro.
but
Yeah.
man, it was like a self-awareness thing. Of course, for a lot of people out there, I feel like they could be like faking it on the inside just to kind of get to that diploma. But long story short, there was a French class that I had to pass in order to graduate. Took French 3 times. Failed
That would have
every time.
killed me.
Foreign language and
That
me
would've got
don't
me.
get along.
I got you. Thanks.
I used to be wilding in Spanish. Like the teacher used to be like, I used to be in there like B, C. Like I did not know no lick of Spanish at all, bro.
Oh man, that's
But
crazy.
where did that like? Cause I know you say you went to college. Okay, you did what everybody say you're supposed to do. Go to college, pick a major, do something. And did you really have like somebody to look up to, or like what was your reason to go to college?
The only reason I really went to college is because all my friends went to college.
All your
Yeah,
friends
that's
went
it.
to college?
Yeah, as simple as that.
And BJ said this all the time. He be like, that's the only reason that anybody goes to college, because that's what you don't
Yeah.
feel like you alone. Like,
Yeah.
you don't be like, dang, everybody.
Yeah, because you
leaving.
kind of feel left out, like leaving high school, and it's like, so that you're the only person that hasn't picked which college you're going to. So like everybody feels like that's like the only route. But you do sales and stuff still today, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out, because everybody doesn't have like the mind, doesn't have the heart to do sales. I'm trying to figure out like where did this like hustler mentality, sales guy, where did that come from? Because I know Mike has a sales background, you have a sales background, and I'm basically in sales.
Now.
Yeah,
no.
I'm basically-
Real estate wholesaling special.
Yeah, I'm basically in sales now, but like my like just drive to do sales, it just comes from me like playing sports, like competing every day in sports, wanting to be the best at what I do, getting up every day, grinding. So like it's kind of that pattern when you play sports. So that's kind of like where I got my like drive from. Like where would you say like your drive to like, because we know sales is a tough thing to do. Everybody can't do it.
No. That's what you hear all day.
Gotta be cool with dealing with rejection.
For sure.
Dealing with rejection, man.
So where did your sales career start?
So I would say it started, man. Actually, I want to say when I was like 16, I would say.
Okay.
When I was 16 in Maryland, it snows all the time. Well, during the wintertime, snows pretty heavy. And I remember there was one crazy snow season where every driveway had about 4 or 5 inches of just white powdery snow. My mom recently had bought a snow plow and was to plan to use it like for our own stuff. And I just had like the idea one day. I was like, yo, everyone's garage is like totally stacked with snow. What if I got the snow plow and started doing it for everyone else's driveway?
Why not?
So I was like, okay, like that seemed like an easy idea. So I got 2 of my buddies and we started just snow plowing everyone's driveway. We made like $600 that day.
What?
And I had fun.
Yeah.
And I'll always say, if you enjoy what you do, it'll never feel like a day of work. And I remember that day, like I enjoyed knocking on doors saying, hey man, listen, I seen you have 6 inches of snow here. It's 2 p.m. already in the afternoon. By 5 p.m. it's gonna get kind of hard. It's gonna get kind of icy and stuff like that. It's gonna be even harder to even do all the shoveling. So me and my buddies can do it right now for you. Usually we do around $200 for the whole entire thing because it's kind of late. We can do it for $160 right now. What do you say? They're like, $160? Absolutely.
Bro, that's different.
And I was
16
like,
doing door to door.
Yeah, door
And
to
you
door.
probably had a whole
shoveling.
pitch and everything.
It was fun, bro. I enjoyed
That's
doing
different.
it.
Ain't
So,
that-
yeah, that was the start.
That's crazy. That's kind of just like I mean, when I was younger, we used to cut the yard around. We ain't have snow.
I did.
Yeah, so I used to go door to door and ask, you know, I went door to door multiple times in my life then because I definitely used to cut grass, and then I actually had a door to door job when I was like 19, going door to door to doing sales. But so you started when you were 16, pretty much. Yeah. And then I know you said you had a sales job at Sears.
I did, yes. I was.
You love sales.
I was
Sales.
What made you realize sales was like? What made you stay in sales? Like, what was just keeping you towards sales from finishing your like using your degree or like doing something or like? I know you said you didn't graduate, but
Yeah.
like, you know, what made you just stay like, oh, sales is it? I know I'm gonna do sales because we know you. There's a lot of jobs that like pay pretty decent, but you're like, no, I'm gonna do sales.
You know what, BJ? I think it's, to be honest with you, it wasn't sales was the thing that I was drawn to. It was more I enjoyed communicating with people.
Okay.
You know, for a lot of people who are like extroverts, you get energy from talking to people.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm fired up even talking to you guys, and I always had that self-awareness where I enjoy having conversations.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can even call it sales back then, but I knew what I liked and what I didn't like. I knew I didn't like staying in the house all day. I knew I didn't like being by myself all day. I knew I didn't like being bored all day.
Yeah.
So it just happened to be that the things I enjoy doing actually translated well to sales. You feel me?
So it's kind of like the lifestyle and everyday life that you see for yourself. It'll more so be towards like sales and not towards like an everyday job.
Environmental
But
science.
you're not really doing it for sales. You're just doing it like
'Cause that's what I do.
Yeah, it just happened to like make me money. I think for a lot of people who are younger, no one intentionally says I want to be a salesperson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to be a football player, an athlete, rapper, whatever like that. But to be honest, I mean, you have a way better chance of making more money in sales than you ever would as a pro baller or as you ever would as a rapper. The chances are significantly higher.
Why you say that?
Sales is a lifelong career. We know in sports, the average career is like what, 3-4 years as a hooper or a football player.
Or shorter.
Or shorter. You make your $1 million and then 3 years later go broke. Sales teaches you about communication, dealing with rejection, teamwork, obviously, being on a sales team, and learning sales translates to business, entrepreneurship, all different types of stuff that can be a lifelong benefit.
You can do it while you're 80 years old.
Yeah, you
can't be out there running routes and running up the middle at 80 years old.
I would say Warren Buffett's one of the greatest closers.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. So you're saying, so you went for sales, you did the Sears. So first of all, they say we're selling ourselves every day. With everything we do. We are. That's what we're doing.
We're impacting people's lives, not really sales.
We're selling ourselves every day. Even when you go to a job interview, you're selling yourself. You want people to like you. I don't care. You know, people like, I don't care what people think about you. Care. You care. It's natural for you to care what people think about you. You should care what people think about you, right? But you're saying, so you ended up in Vegas?
Yeah, man.
What the hell? That's just so crazy. You was in DC. And say I ended up going to Vegas for 8 years.
I know we say Houston or Florida.
Yeah.
It might have been a little cold, so you want to just get down to some good weather, but you jump from the DMV, Maryland to
the desert.
Out there, man. Party City, Sin City, as we call it.
Yeah. Is that why you went there?
Nah, not at all, bro. So when it came back to college, I had no clue what the hell I wanted to do after school. I remember I was looking for jobs in my field for environmental science, found nada, zilch, nada. And I remember on my job posting website, I seen a job that said 12-month hospitality internship, expenses paid in Las Vegas, free housing, $40,000 a year, apply here. Click.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. In Las
Absolutely.
Vegas.
It's
what the hell?
sold me on the application.
For sure. It would have sold me too.
So I was like, okay, give it a shot, right? 0 qualifications for the job. Didn't even know exactly what hospitality even was, to be honest.
Right.
You needed a degree in hotel or something like that. Didn't have any of that stuff.
Right.
F it. I think we've all lied on applications. Wouldn't it be my first time? Let's give it another shot.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Get some money, man.
Let's apply, right? So, I applied for the job, and somehow, some way, I got an interview. Did my best to present myself in a fashion that I would be a good candidate, and I got the job.
Okay.
And, so it was 12 months in Vegas. They flew me out there.
They were great at what they do.
This was a phenomenal opportunity. But like how they say, right, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I remember even thinking of that. I was like, what if I don't get it?
Right.
What if I waste my time? They probably got 1,000 people who saw the same application. there's no way I'm gonna get this joint.
Right.
But I've always been someone just like take shots, you know?
Okay.
So I think it just goes back to if you never try, you'll never actually see what happens. And had I never applied for that job, I would not be sitting here with you guys right now, despite me not being qualified for it.
Yeah.
So from that, we're gonna get deeper into the Vegas thing, but from that alone, you see how they advertised it. You see how they sold you. You see how they pretty much they took care of you. Like, do you expect with your business, do your employees the same way, or do you kind of like, hey, come on, I'll take care of you, I'll do what I got to do? Of course, sales is different because you kind of make your own money in sales, but.
That's a good point, man. It's a good point, Mike. I'll give a gem for any sales managers out there or any business owners. You have to sell the position that you're looking to hire for.
Yeah.
It is basically the first sales thing that you do.
Yeah.
And at least in sales, the biggest thing is always uncapped commission.
Yeah.
Uncapped income.
I love
You
that.
Make as much money as you put in for the work then, which is always a great selling point for salespeople. Also, with what we do, it's remote. You do it anywhere, anytime, from any country. My one buddy Ed, who's making $15,000 a month right now, is making sales in Dominican Republic's Sosua right now.
Are you serious?
Can't do that with a regular 9-to-5 job.
Can't do it.
So you say stuff like that on the initial interview, but most importantly, it's a huge gem. You got to break down how exactly they can make money. So let's say for remote sales, you make 10% commission on all your deals. So 10K sale, you make $1,000 off 10%. You show them, hey, bro, if you do 3 sales for 10K every week, that's 3K right there. 3K times 4 is $12,000. On average, you'll probably get around 2K bonuses with us then. So that's $12,000 right there. Is that something you feel like you could do? 3 sales for a week? Absolutely.
This is crazy.
They
You know
start
what?
on
Because
sale.
I went through, like I said, I went door to door. So obviously, I used to hire people because I would end up becoming like a team lead where you start hiring people under your team. The whole MLM thing. I love MLMs. I tell everybody that. I feel like it's a great feeling. Everybody should experience it. People hate MLMs. A lot of people hate them. But I love but the same thing happened. They try to break it down to you. They tell you when I bring people on, I tell you do this, times this, times this. Then you're making this much.
Yep.
But then what happens? They get in there, they don't do it. Probably most of the time because they're not doing the work or they're not sticking out long enough to actually get to that point. They leave. Do you deal with that?
Well, you know what, man? It's almost like a dichotomy where you tell them how easy it can be, but also tell them it's not for everybody.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
To make them want even more sometimes. But on our applications, when we talk to people, we do tell them exactly what needs to be done to get to those goals. Because for most people in a sales organization, they will definitely lie to you, for sure. But the true test is always finding out who has had success in that model. And I feel proud with my team and my organization that we have people who have made $15,000 and $20,000 a month with our team. No cap, myself included. So every interview, we tell them what has worked for other people. We have team meetings every morning, 9 a.m. We do role plays Tuesday, Thursdays, 6 p.m. That's where I just came from. So if you do these things, you are in the best position to make your 10, 15 grand. Get your calls reviewed, come to the role play, stuff like that.
I told you, bro. I'm like, hey, I've been hearing about it a little bit more now, and I've been hearing. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get back to it. I'm trying not to skip the Vegas thing.
No, yeah.
I'm trying not to skip the Vegas thing because
He was getting
you was getting to it. Fuck it, we skipping that. We'll get to it. All right, so first of all, let's go backwards a little bit.
Okay.
You're in sales now. Well, you have a sales. You do I don't know. All right, explain to you what do you do exactly? That's my point. What do you do?
Okay. So we are in an industry called remote closing, where we work with online business coaches. If you guys think
coaches,
any ads online where someone's trying to sell you a coaching program, let's say Amazon, for example, drop shipping. You watch a webinar, you watch an ad video. At the end of the video, you likely hop on a call with somebody. You hop on that call then to see if you are a good fit for that coaching program. As remote closers, we are the people on those calls. And unlike traditional sales, it really is an interview to see if you're a good fit. I always tell my team, we're not trying to sell anybody anything. We're just asking you questions to see if this does make sense for you.
Yeah.
Because honestly, our programs aren't for everyone. And that's not a sales tactic on some real shit. Like, we really do want to figure out, are you going to put the work in? Can you dedicate time to this thing? Are you the type of person who takes action? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. And if they hit those qualifications, then we'll make an offer, 10K, 10% commission. We do our job, we get paid, the client gets helped.
Man, because I've been seeing it a lot lately. I don't know how. I think because I followed you, honestly. And then I just kept seeing more people come on. And then I was like, this sales thing sounds amazing. Because I love sales. Like, how you enjoying the episode? I know. It's amazing. We're always giving out good and great things. But listen, go get my ebook, 7 Thought Patterns That Can Take You From Stress to Success. The book is pay what you want right now. So it's really just about how much you feel like your mindset is worth to you. I'm probably gonna make it free for y'all eventually. Y'all just make sure y'all keep watching and maybe I will. But listen, you guys have to understand that you have an opportunity of a lifetime. But are you gonna be able to take advantage of that opportunity with all this information that we're giving you if you don't have the right mindset? Get the right mindset and go get that book. All right, we out. Back to the episode. Like I love sales. I love getting on the phone with people. I love talking to people. When I was working that door-to-door job, I was actually the highest paid rep in the country for like the time that I was there.
Oh, you was killing it, huh?
Yeah, I was going door-to-door killing. I just love talking. That's why I started doing wholesaling. The same thing, especially what you all do. I say it's similar to wholesaling because you're the middleman. Because guess what? If y'all didn't hear, you probably didn't hear this, but he's not putting any money out of his
I was
pocket.
about to ask, it's not too much expenses.
He's not putting any money out of pocket.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Like, so first, how are you? So where do you find these clients? Those people that's posting on? Do you hit them up? That's posting those ads, or where do you find them at? Like the people that you're selling for.
So there's a lot of ways. I'll tell you how I find my client. So I worked with a guy named Nehemiah Davis. He's one of the biggest influencers here in Atlanta.
We know.
Definitely know him. He's probably the top selling guy in the world.
Every day. I just had a baby. Somebody go put baby 2023.
Right?
And
Everybody put baby in the chat and then put a bottle of milk in the chat if you want to be there to the mastermind. I'd be like, Neil, what?
All right, that's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna give you 20% off. I'm gonna give you, I love it, and I really want. I said that's the kind of. That's what I want to do. I want to start doing stuff like that too.
He's
Hard, bro. He's hard, man.
You know, he could probably like if he needed $1 million today, he would put a campaign together and make it. Like,
He would, man. He would. Hey,
like, he's crazy with it.
and you know what's crazy about that, BJ? The sales team would help him make that $1 million. He want to do it himself.
You don't even gotta do it.
Yeah, a lot of
And
different
that's
ways,
you?
bro.
That's
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah.
That's you guys.
The
So
black-
wait, bro, y'all please y'all always have to understand the middleman makes the most money. I don't care what nobody say. I tell people that because with us wholesaling, it's like because the reason that we say they make the most money, yes, they may make the most money revenue, whoever the person that's selling it, but we make the most money net when you play the middleman because we don't have to put any money out. It's kind of just we're getting it in.
Yeah.
As the salesperson, right?
Smart.
We're just getting our piece in, which is the same with you all. So
Leverage.
Nehemiah Davis.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So let's go on from there. So how did you? So you started working with Nehemiah?
Hold on, how did you meet him? Because a lot of
Okay.
people can't even get into that room. I never seen him in person. You seen him?
Yeah.
You seen him in person? Where
Yeah.
was he? Oh, he was on the podcast.
Morning meetup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm part of my side. I went to Davis.
But did you
He was
meet?
there.
You met him though?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like right next to him, sitting next to him.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Chance is tight now. We closed for a few of his offers too. But you know what's funny, guys? I mean, people think it's hard to meet these people, make all this
not.
money. It's really not. I remember when I met Neo, he only had maybe 20,000 followers. Now he has over 500,000. This was like maybe 2 years ago. And first off, guys, when you guys see these influencers online, some of them may not be at their pinnacle just yet. So if you find someone delivering true value, not the fugazi stuff, on that scammer type stuff, but like they're really delivering, and if they have a low follower count, it's in your best interest to not just follow them, show support, comment on their stuff, but actually join their coaching program.
Yeah.
Because the only way I even got to Neo was because I was in his program.
Right.
They're not going to take anyone seriously on the outside. You have to come into their world.
Yeah.
And for Neo, funny as it is, man, at that time, man, he had a $500 a month program.
Yeah.
He has a $55K program now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And, that's back when Neo was on
You
the
got
come
him
up.
at 500.
And I still was bullshitting on the call. That was when Neo called me personally to close me.
Damn.
That's how long ago this was. Like he was closing the deals himself, and I was still on the fence about $500. But for everyone who's listening, if you guys were to find that person on the come up, it is in your best interest to lock in with them because it's almost like finding like Bitcoin or like NFTs. Like
Right.
Got him on the rise.
Hop on the rise. And I wouldn't have got that with Neo now at this point because he's like two popping.
Yeah, for sure.
In his DMs now, no way you're getting
No way.
No way.
Dude,
Back then,
I DM'd him. I DM'd him one time because I wanted to just join the mastermind. So I was like, had boom, automatic message. So you got to click here, go here.
Not playing with you.
Nigga not talking to me. Guys, I'm not important enough because I wasn't in there earlier. Yeah, you feel me? Book a call. You feel me?
Talk to the sales team about it.
It's crazy. So,
Yeah, man. I think it's powerful.
I'm not talking to Mark.
But how did you even have like the courage to like reach? Well, you say he was on the rise, but like, did you feel like you were all the way there like yourself before you reached out to him, or was it like more so? I know this is the right direction. I might not be there all the way personally, but I know this isn't like a step in the right direction. Because I know a lot of people feel like, oh, I need to do this research. I need to do this. I need to do that before I can even like go out there and do something that they want to do. So like, did you have yourself all the way together, like mentally, physically, emotionally, or did you just take a leap of faith and was like, I know like it's something good over there. I might as well go out there and try it.
Yeah, man. It goes back to what we said earlier in terms of there's never a right time to do anything. Just like with the story about me hopping to the application, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the right time, was not qualified. When it came to Neo was making God knows how much money. But I do remember thinking, this guy looks like me.
Yeah.
Relatable guy, family, lovely wife, had one daughter at the time, traveling the world, a lot of things that I could relate to.
Like,
And
it's fun.
looks like a fun dude, right?
Yeah.
Plus, just great marketing, for all entrepreneurs, right? The marketing, the lifestyle marketing worked on me. And I was like, I see myself in what he's doing. Had he not been posting, to give me more value here, I would say, if anyone's thinking of not posting, someone's watching your content. Had Neo not been posting his lifestyle, like he's a very heavy poster, I would never have invested and changed my life had he not been posting. I feel a lot of people overthink the posting thing, but that's something that can, maybe help somebody. But yeah. So he just posted about it. He had a mentorship at the time. I clicked the link in the bio, applied for the thing, and I joined the Circle of Greatness Gold membership.
That's crazy for $500 a month.
For $500 a month, man. That was
highway
the premium.
robbery.
That was the premium program back then.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you probably didn't want to tell me all that, but yeah.
I mean, and that is what like you said. It's like buying a stock at a low one, and it's just like,
Buy
hey,
Bitcoin.
just ride it up to the top. Ride it up
There's
to
so
the
many
top.
others like that right now too. I feel like people don't see that. They don't attract the huge influencers, but there's a lot of on the come up guys, especially probably who watching your channel right now, where like they're like next up.
Were you like a big like social media person back in the day? Like what makes you like a more like a social media person like nowadays? Cause like I'm one of those people. I'm like, really, I don't want to be on social media unless it's like making me some type of money or it's adding some type of value and helping somebody out. Cause it's like I really don't care about this. Like I live in the real world, but if it could add value to somebody and help somebody else, if it could help another situation out and make it better for them, I'll go ahead and post something like motivational, or if it could possibly help my family and bring in some income or something, I'm gonna post. But other than that, that's the only two reasons I post. So like just early in your like career, were you like a big social media guy, or like when did you become that? I just say that because I went on your page and you have a great layout. Like in one of your, I forget what they call it.
Highlights.
In one of your highlights, it literally shows you like your whole like from A to Z. So I was like, Mike, this man got A to Z.
He was like, bro, I think you need to do this. He told me that.
I was like, Mike, you need to do this. This man got his whole story right here. I said, I know all about him.
I say, I'll be doing this week, Tay.
Y'all should run the play.
I'm ready,
Man.
all right?
Y'all should run the play. I mean, if you think about it, fellas, it's just a funnel.
Yeah.
It's something to capture someone at first, take them through the full funnel, and at the end, it's call to action.
Yeah.
DM me the word remote if you want to work with me further. I probably get maybe a DM maybe every other day from that story, and it draws clients even to this day. So,
but you made that one post in it, like you said, I might get one every other day, but it's like you made that how many weeks ago, and it's just
hey man, what they be saying, right? What can you create once that can pay you forever? We're all entrepreneurs here, so we all love passive income. How can our money work for us so we don't have to work for it?
Yeah,
that's the concept right there. What can I do something today to pay me next year for? And the funnel concept, I did that story maybe like 6 months, probably 3 months ago.
Who put you on to that?
You know what? I got it from Will.
Will should change lives.
Yeah, I got that from Will.
Shout out to him.
Appreciate that one, Will.
yeah, I seen that on a couple different pages now, and I'm like, I'm about to do it. I got it from you.
Great.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
I'm still never him, guys. I'm still Tay. I'm serious. Probably tomorrow we need to sit down, get the camera set up at the desk, and let's get busy. All right, let's get busy. All right.
On the plane.
So we're doing that for sure. So how you enjoying the episode? I know it's amazing. We're always giving out good and great things, but listen, go get my ebook, 7 Thought Patterns that can take you from stress to success. The book is pay what you want right now. So it's really just about how much you feel like your mindset is worth to you. I'm probably gonna make it free for y'all eventually. Y'all just make sure y'all keep watching and maybe I will. But listen, you guys have to understand that you have an opportunity of a lifetime. But are you gonna be able to take advantage of that opportunity with all this information that we're giving you if you don't have the right mindset? Get the right mindset and go get that book. All right, we out. Back to the episode. So you say let's go back to the sales journey. So what were you doing prior before sales, and then take us along that journey, and then go from there.
Yeah, man. So like I said, I was a front desk manager at the hotel, working about maybe 50 hours a week, managing people, checking folks into the hotel. You want a king size bed, sir, or a queen size bed? You want a suite, or you want a regular size room? I got to the point where I didn't see a future in that. All the people at the top didn't look like me. Older males, usually white, collared, suit. Couldn't see myself in any type of position like that. At the time, I started looking for how to make money online, like most folks do. You search online, how do I make money online? And
How old were you at the time?
I was probably like 22,
Okay.
23 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, I started searching, and at the time, I watched The Breakfast Club religiously. Back then, every day, tapped in.
They're probably the best thing smoking back then.
Oh,
Before all
man.
these, like podcasting and stuff. Yeah.
Insane back then, bro. Like
Yeah.
best guests and stuff. And I was just, chilling one day before I went to work, and they had a guest on that changed my entire life. Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk, 2017. And I hop on, I see Gary V talking that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like energy. Literally, you go to a garage sale, you can start flipping stuff, making money from all these books. I'm like, yo, he really passionate right now.
Yeah.
And I start tapping into his content, hence the power of the podcast, and you never know who might follow you off another guest type thing. Because I followed The Breakfast Club, Gary V, then boom, I went to Gary V's funnel off their stuff, so it's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
And it started going down that rabbit hole, and that's why I told you, garage sales, flipping books, going that whole 9, went into debt, messed myself up, unfortunately, went back to a 9-to-5 job to get myself out of the debt. At the time, I found Neo. I joined his program because I was trying to get out the debt. So I'm like, I need help. I need coaching.
Yeah.
That's what inspired me to join Neo's program. To answer your question, the fact that I just needed someone's help, and he seemed like someone who could help me. So you're hopping in with him. And then as we kind of built that relationship with Neo, funny story, before I quit my job, I gave Neo a free room at the hotel. And not just any free room, a effing penthouse.
The Michael Jackson suite.
Yo, if y'all seen.
So what you did? That's a play.
Yeah.
You gave him something. You became closer to. I'm pretty sure he expected it, and he remembered you. You set yourself apart from everybody else in the program.
Bro.
Here, keep going. I'm not even gonna go ahead.
Nah, bro.
Toss it up. I got it. You tossed it. Go ahead.
But
Nah,
how do
you
y'all?
talk.
Because I know y'all too. I just met you, but you're like, when I first, like your first impression, it was like great, like a lot of energy. Like you were up, you were at it. We were in there, like literally first day I met him. Like he got my Instagram and wanted to meet me. Like that was like a big impression on me. And like he just came with a lot of energy. But something I want to ask both of y'all, like, how do y'all keep like that same energy, that same drive? Like, what gets y'all going in the morning to just wake up and be like, oh, let's go. It's another day. Let's stay at it. Like, what keeps y'all like mental together? Like every single day to go out there and want better and not stay complacent.
I guess I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna let you go in on it. I'm gonna let you go in on it. So for me, it's just the fact that I understand that I get to do this. It's not I have to do this. I get to do this. I get to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I get to feed my baby, and I get to go to the gym and network with some amazing guys. Or I'm going to jujitsu, doing something that I love to do, and I understand how that momentum could carry you throughout the day. When I go to the gym, I understand I'm going to have a great day all the time. Right? Even if I don't go, but even most of the time, I'm going all the time. I go 6 days a week. And the reason being is I just understand that there's somebody else that's doing the exact same thing. So why would I sit around and not want to do it? I feel good every morning. I feel great every morning just because I get to. Now, of course, sometimes you're going to wake up and be like, oh, I don't feel like going. But those are the times that you really have to go. Yeah. Right? So it's kind of like it's like, damn if you do, but if you don't, then you're tripping. You're tripping. You're missing out on something.
Somebody-
The reason that I'm able to meet guys like him, the reason I'm able to meet people, more guests that y'all that's scheduled to come on, I met them from going to the gym, waking up in the morning, and just going there. And I would let anybody know the reason I even joined the gym, because I was already working out at a gym, paying $20 a month, $30 a month. I was doing that already by myself. I didn't have to go to Rich and Fit and go pay a lot more money than what I was paying before. But I understood who was in that room that I needed to meet. And I'm like, I have to be a part of this. If this is who I am, I have to be a part of these guys. So I understand that waking up, getting up, and going there, I knew I was gonna meet people. So eventually, it all just ties in where I get to do these things. I literally just get to do it. So that's how mine goes.
No, that's fire, bro. I think it's a matter of gratitude.
Yeah,
Yeah, for you, Mike. Like you see the glass half full mindset.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going that direction, but I think that's so cool to think about. All right, what if this does go right?
Yeah.
And I feel for a lot of people, it's the opposite. What if this goes wrong? What if I go to the gym and I don't meet anybody? What if I go to the gym and I look stupid working out then?
Yeah.
What if I talk to these people then they don't want to talk back to me? But I think one thing I can appreciate about both you guys is you guys have that what if it works mindset. Compared to a lot of people, it's like, what if it doesn't work?
Yep.
So I think that's a big thing. And to answer your question, BJ, it's a good question. I'll go the other direction. I think the big thing that motivates me is self-awareness. For a long time, I wouldn't think it was cool to approach someone with that type of energy.
It's like corny.
Yeah, man. I used to think that, want to be like the cool guy. All right, man, what's up? Show love, whatever like that. But it never felt natural to me. And it kind of felt like I was like a shell of myself. It wasn't like authentic when I met people, because I knew a lot of guys who were on that chill vibe type stuff.
Right.
But when I started getting around other guys who are high energy, and like that was the cool thing a few years ago, I started realizing, okay, like this is me.
Yeah.
When I see folks, dap them up, show love, high energy is like cool. And it was more like a self-awareness type of thing. That's who I really
Yeah, and that's probably like one of, like, all three of us, that's probably like one of our best qualities we have. Like, we're putting ourselves around those people that's gonna elevate us and push us forward and like just like grow ourselves personally, physically, mentally. Cause a lot of people that like they try to be too cool, or they like I'm gonna do it myself, I'm gonna get out the mud, like I don't need anybody else.
Right.
But literally the best quality that we all just said we have on this podcast is putting ourselves in front of people that's doing a little bit more than us, that's doing better than us, people we want to be like. And a lot of time people have too much pride to even do that. Like, you know what I mean?
And this is why. I already know why. Especially in our community. Right? In our community and the people that are in our audience. We know y'all gonna hear people tell you, bro, you dick riding.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fucking cap I've ever heard in my life. The biggest setback that people have put in people's heads. That you're dick riding. No, you're not dick riding. You're not D riding. Maybe I need to stop cussing, whatever.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. Like, I'm just saying, that's what it is. That's all it is. Like, they saying, bro, you all up in his face. You all dick riding. But like, nah, I understand where this person can help me at. And I understand that if they help me, I know I can help them. And the only way that I can get to the next level is through relationships. Once you guys realize that having relationships, meeting people, that's not corny. Showing people respect and say, bro, I see what you're doing and I respect what you're doing. I want to get to know you. That's not corny. Even if they're a little bit below. This guy walked up to us. I know for a fact I have less following him. BJ got less following him. And he still walk up to us like, hey man, nice to meet you. What's your Instagram? Let hit me up. Let me hit you up. Instead of saying, I'm too good, I'm looking down on you. No, look what he's at. He's in here right now in our beginning stages. Yeah. And he doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
I want you guys to understand that. Tay, I know you about to say something. What's up?
I was just about to say, speaking of like growing businesses and things like that, what was like a key point for you growing your business? Was it like, for me personally, it was realizing, like BJ said, I can't do everything myself. I can't work with this camera and work with this camera and put everything together myself in 30 minutes. So like, what was that like business or point for you in your business to like, maybe I need to get more help, or take it to the next level thing? What was like that thing for you?
Yeah, man. I think it comes down to the word leverage, and you tapped onto it in terms of understanding that you will only go as far as your team. One of my mentors always says, like, your dream only goes as far as your team. And I would say the biggest turning point for me that helped me go from making 10K a month to that jump to going to 30K was actually having a sales team. Because being a closer, you learn how to close deals. Cool.
Right.
The only thing about being a closer though is that you're still kind of swapping your time for money.
The whole time, yeah.
Keep it
Same,
100, right?
Let me tell you about it.
If you're not taking calls, then you're not making money. Unfortunately, then.
Yeah.
For someone who's just getting started, it's the best thing that you could possibly do with your time. No question about it then. But after a while, you start to hit a ceiling because you only have 24 hours in a day. You can only do maybe 4 or 5 calls. After a while, there's like a ceiling. But what happened was once you get that skill set, that now you're an expert, you have that thing about it, that's when I went into coaching. And when I went into coaching, I learned how to close my own deals. So when I was closing deals for my mans or different coaches, $5K deal, $500, that's cool. $5K deal for my program, that's really cool now.
Yeah.
Now it's all my money coming in.
Yeah.
And then that was a huge turning point. And the next big thing, one of my students, Ben, savage, bro. Ben's one of my mentees, and he came into our program. Awesome guy. He paid us $2,500. Hopped on an offer for YouTube that we do for YouTube automation. He made $6,000 his first month. Decent money. Got his money back pretty fast. I was like, Ben, you're crushing it. Promoted Ben to a sales manager from that offer, and offer also put him as a closer on my offer now. So I found the best closer on that squad.
Oh, wow.
Had him come to my squad.
Sheesh.
And he's a sales manager making passive income. And now, like I said, Ben's a complete monster. So now Ben's over here closing deals. Closed a deal 2 days ago while I'm on my birthday actually. While I with Jay and those guys for $2,500. I'm in the mastermind chilling, check my stripe, bam, $2,500. That happens probably maybe 2-3 times a week now, and that was the game changer. I invest a lot into Ben.
Yeah.
Training, put him in leadership positions. But to answer your question, man, hiring or bringing on a team member to close deals was a game changer for me. Like he could close a sale right now for $5K and me not have anything to do with that.
Wow. Yeah. That's,
And I'm sorry to ask you so many questions because I know we're just supposed to be talking back and forth, but
That's a good question though.
I just want to know, like, what is, like, because, like, through your journey, like, all the way from the DMV to Vegas to Atlanta, it just feels like there's, like, a lot of elevating, but we, like, don't really get into, like, what's going on behind the scenes. So, like, what would you say, like, you personally, what's your, like, self-development, like, behind the scenes? Like, how do you keep, like, elevating yourself, knowing when to take it up a notch, knowing when to, like you said, oh, it's cool to make 10K a month, but oh, now I need to get to that 20. But I know behind the scenes, you got to be doing some type of like self-development personally for you to keep growing. So like you can be that boss, the lead man in your business and help everybody else out. So what does that look like? So we know how to like get there with you.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I hate to keep saying the word community.
Yeah,
but it really is
Yeah.
the truth though. A lot of people I'm with are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'll say when it came to closing deals, working with Neo, when I first started closing with Neo, the moment I went full-time with him, I had a choice to make. Of whether I want to stay at my job or go to Brazil with him. He had an option where he was like, bro, I might go to Brazil with me and my homies right now, all millionaires. By the time I started working at my front desk job. And I was like, damn, I can't really leave this guy unless I'm gonna get fired.
right.
I can't order this steak with y'all. I can't order that bottle with y'all guys. Y'all got to know that if I come.
Bruh, I didn't have a passport. Like I'm saying, everybody go to Brazil.
Yeah.
Didn't have a passport, didn't have nothing. I'm like, bro, I can't do this with you guys, man. And I remember he told me, man, Mike, are you more loyal to your job or to yourself? And I was like, damn. And I remember he helped me get a passport same day. We went to Brazil. And in Brazil, I quit my job right then and right there.
Wow.
And I was like, F it, I'm going all in.
I would have quit too.
Yeah, right. With all these millionaires, bro, I'm like, yo, I got to.
What?
So to answer your question, that was a moment right there that took me from, 9 to 5 to boom, my first 10K a month and within 3 months then, just being around them. 10K to 20K happened when I moved to Atlanta. In Vegas, Neo said, Mike, there's nothing out there in Vegas for you. Zero.
Nothing.
You partying, you smoking, you drinking, there's chicks.
It's Vegas.
That was
It's
it.
Vegas.
Indeed. I was like 28 at that point, so I kind of already passed the point of like crazy partying.
Yeah, for that shit though. Yeah.
But yeah, that pivot to come to Atlanta, and that's how I get to my next like 25K a month. Cause now I'm with these dudes like Will and all those folks you've seen who are making like $1 million a month now.
Tell me about it. He showed me that. I said, I'm bullshitting.
People got $1 million days and stuff. Like,
For sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Yeah, bro, it's wild.
So you got into it. You started killing it in business. So I'm gonna ask you, of course, what everybody want to know, what's the money looking like? Come on now.
He slick said it already.
He did say it because you say now you're at around 30K a month. What does that look like for you for a day-to-day basis? What does it look for your team?
I just want to know like how much you
is-
working. Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
You know what, bro? I mean, the money thing is ironic as entrepreneurs. The money's always going back to the business.
Every time.
Yeah.
I never really understood that concept till like the last 6 months, to be real with you. Because I did used to save a lot, and it looked nice to see left
But it look-
40K in there. It's nice. to
I
see.
just thought,
Just
yeah.
stay there. Just stay there.
Yeah, it looks cute.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, so what could what's a typical day for Mike Busby look like? Like, what is that?
Yeah, man. So a typical day for me is going to be waking up around 5:45, 5:30. Waking up, trying to get the mindset going.
You got to get it going. I hope y'all know that. It just don't. You got to wake up and say, all right, I'm good. Let's go.
Like, we have to do this. But I wake it up, one of my favorite books says you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. So I always think about that when I go to the gym, that I want to get a nice body, but I have to have a system in place to do it. So waking up in the morning is the system to get to the nice body. So I think about that, and then I'll get to the gym, probably 6:45. Work out the guys at Rich and Fit, whether if it's a Monday, full body day, Tuesday, the chest day, or Friday, full body day, when you were there.
Yeah.
Go crazy on them joints in my little pre-workout. After that, I'm rushing back home from like 9 to 10. I'm doing some type of getting ready for my sales meetings. I manage.
What does that look like? Getting ready for that meeting.
So when it comes to being a sales manager, you need to be prepared. If there's anything y'all can pick up from this, it's that people respect people who are prepared. You don't want to come onto a meeting, what? You need to have a game plan. Here are the goals. Here are the objectives. They feel my confidence. It goes back to them. So I'll kind of see what the goals are. I might do like a call review. 9 to 10, kind of get ready. 10 o'clock, my first meeting with Neo's team. 30, 45 minutes, kind of go over the day, what happened yesterday, stuff like that. And then at 11:30, I manage a different team with a guy named Tez, who you may have seen, Tez Akron.
I got to tell him I want a podcast. You know what? Tell him I want him on a podcast.
Hey, man, I would go crazy for getting Tez on.
No. So I've been watching Tez for a while. That's besides the point, but I've been watching Tez
my
for a
guy,
while.
good
So
guy.
we're going to continue going with your day, but we'll talk afterwards.
Oh, yeah, son. Tez is solid, bro.
So you manage his, okay.
Yeah, manage his closers and his sales team. So we'll get ready for that. Run the same play that we did for Neo. Between like 11:30 to 1, gotta get the protein in. So I'll get my favorite protein smoothie, the frozen strawberries and banana with the protein. And I'll do like eggs, bacon, spinach. Yeah, that's it basically for breakfast. Then, going to the day, it's a lot of like management stuff. Which is very challenging because as a sales manager, you can always be stuck in managing and not growing your business. Putting out fires, little stuff like that. And then usually from like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6, sales coaching for my mentorship. And then after that, I'll probably chill, kick it.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate to put you on blast, but because you said all that, but what's the relationship like looking like?
Like, what's going on there?
You trying to go there?
You have a good skill.
Are you live?
First, let me say this. So let me say this first. A lot of people don't understand how important systems is. My wife, she's now starting to catch on to it but I've been for the longest. She was like, bro, you do the same thing every single day, and he'll attest to this. I do the same thing every single day, like verbatim. Like, I don't probably finish my last thing that I do until probably like 8 o'clock, right? So it's very important for you all to understand that this is systems. This is something that actually happens. Now, I'm not saying you got to be perfect now when you first get started, but eventually you'll realize how important it is to be systematic, because that way you're able to track everything that you're doing. You're able to track and see why you're getting the results that you're getting. Because when you're doing something with a system in place, you're able to say, okay, this part of the system is broken. That's why I'm not getting in shape the way I need to be. That's why I'm not making the income that I want to make. So how about instead of chilling at this time, smoking a blunt or something like that, instead of chilling, how about I read a book? Or say I don't want you to be perfect. I don't want you to put down the weed right then and there. Say instead of while I'm smoking, while playing a game, how about I smoke and read a book?
Okay.
Right? Because that's the thing, is that because I'm not going to tell people this thing. A lot of people try to make this thing unrealistic. I try to make it realistic for people. I don't smoke, but I know a lot of people that do smoke. This is an example. This is just an example. Now, y'all, at least when you're doing it, you could be being productive a little bit. And then eventually you'll put the weed down, because when you're reading those books, guess what? You're going to start reading stuff about habits. You're going to start reading stuff about how that stuff is not putting you in the right place. So what's eventually going to happen is you're going to say, you know what? That means this is a bad habit. that's taken away from my money that I need to be making and saving to invest in somewhere else. So how about I put this weed down because now this is taking money out of my pocket. And that came from you changing something that was broken in your system, and then you're able to take that out of your system just by starting doing something small, just by picking up a book while you smoke instead of playing the game. So yeah.
And Mike, I'll go in the opposite direction real fast though.
Go ahead.
You know what then?
I love how he has like a different perspective.
Possibly, right? I agree. The book is nice, but I'd also challenge our audience to think of this. It's called IPAs, income producing activities.
Yeah, for sure.
What are the activities that are going to make you money? And to be honest with you guys, I used to smoke, like not heavy, but enough to kind of have fun, whatever.
Yeah.
And I would produce a lot of content during that because I get very creative. But before, I used to smoke and not do anything. Watch TV, Netflix, YouTube, chill, just do dumb
That's
stuff.
me if I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
I smoke.
knocked out, walk outside, do absolutely nothing. But, and like I said, I do appreciate how you go the book direction. But overall, what are you doing to produce income? For a lot of people, you get high, you get creative. You start thinking like, oh, I used to think like that'd be good content. I should try that. I should do that. And I have like these thoughts that I wouldn't have when I was sober. Definitely now, I have way more control over that. But I would challenge anyone who is smoking or drinking. All right, what could I do now to like try some things? Y'all see like drink champs and stuff.
Yeah, or
drinking and having
Great
fun.
podcast.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
making money while you're doing it.
Or you got, or if you go with somebody like my guy, we all know this guy, Aristotle.
Yeah, fire.
He say I smoke. He say that's when I be the most creative. That's why he smoke. That's why he do shrooms. He does that stuff. But like I say, to each his own. It's all about what you do, right? I was just giving an example. You're right.
You gotta know yourself. Really,
you gotta know who you
yeah.
are and what you can do, because a lot of people can't control that. A lot of people can't control the fact that that you got to be able to control and say, you know what? It's like you said, smoke. We both said you can do what you want to do, but you have to be doing something that is productive. Whether that's being creative, finding that content that you need to be making, writing out that book that you said you wanted to write. Come up with that idea or reading the book, whatever it is that you want to do, right? But so I know you said. So throughout your day, that's my point. Boom. It's just a great routine. Have a routine. God damn it.
Yes.
I know BJ asked.
That boy came back to the topic.
Boom. I just have a routine. Cause we had moved away from it a little bit. But yeah, pretty much just have a routine is extremely important. So when you fit the females in.
Oh, came back to it. He thought we ran from it. We came right back to it.
Not the females, just the leisure time. Like, so what you doing? Cause you done at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So for the rest of the day, what's going on?
Man, that's a great question, bro. And
just social life. What is it like? I'm curious.
What's almost two different questions, right? So it's like female, two different things for me personally. But so when it comes to the females, though, it's actually funny. Over the last like 2 years, though, about a year, I would say, I've been like very focused on me, and that's not like an answer on some like corny stuff, but like getting in shape in the last 7 months now of just like going to the gym faithfully.
Start here.
You've seen it, right?
Start here.
We've seen it.
The flab and everything. Yeah. So for the last 7 months, it really wasn't like anything crazy dating wise. Maybe a couple every here and then, but yeah, like now body straight. When I was remote sales, y'all probably have seen some pictures looking crazy. Hair not cut. I used to wear glasses that are too small for my face. Fashion game is garbage. Like shirts that are too big for me. I don't know how I was even pulling back then, honestly. Like, looking crazy in Vegas, man. Like never got a haircut. So I wasn't really focused on it. And when I was dating, like back in Vegas when I first got here, it was with girls I really actually didn't even like that much.
Yeah,
it was just like let's get it over with.
Average looking chicks, man. Like, I was like, they're decent.
Nobody you could be with.
1,000 girls that were like within my league, honestly. I thought that mindset back then. But to keep it simple, man, lately it's been very interesting. To be transparent, we all use like the dating apps and stuff, or at least I do, Tinder, Bumble, stuff like that. And taking these pics with your shirt off are great.
That boy said
the matches have been going crazy, so I've been getting a lot more stuff happening from there. And I was on a dating show recently as well.
Oh yeah.
With Tyjon and them, that I ended up winning.
You
won?
won
the whole dating show.
It out? Did it come out yet?
It should be out next like week or two.
Okay.
I'll plug y'all. It's like a blind dating show. And
we talked to him. I talked to him. So he'll probably say we were supposed to go today.
Oh yeah,
we were supposed to go today.
Is it today? I thought you said it was tomorrow.
No, Thursday. Tomorrow we go to another networking event. But my knee messed up, so I was like, I ain't gonna crunch up in there. I ain't gonna ruin the
Y'all should go, man. Y'all should go. Some of the people have like wives real like that. So I mean, it's not like a dating per se, but
Yeah, I'm not. I can't date. I'm married.
Okay. Like I said, a lot of folks did have like girls, but still like content.
For content.
Acting.
Right. My girl's cool with it.
Yeah, BJ, Debbie tried. It's a good show. It's a good show, man. Good show. But yeah, man. So I went on a dating show, and it's funny to say that the Mike 2 years ago on that show, first one out probably.
Yeah.
Gone. This dude was whack as hell. But on the show, they were asking questions that I was able to answer because I've gone through so much. I've traveled to 9 different countries. I was talking. She asked one question about like what do you look for in a girl? I was like someone like who's adventurous, has their passport. Told her stories about how I went to like Barbados and Barcelona and Sweden and different parts of Europe, and she was a traveler. So we had that connection off the rip, but had not made money, focused on myself, could never have told stories about me traveling the world. Told her about me in business, entrepreneurship. Part of the thing is you have your shirt off too, right? Part of the dating thing is like she can only see your feet at first, and the more questions you get right, the higher the current goes.
Oh, so they do like feet, legs,
I
shirt,
like that, yeah.
The whole thing. So it's kind of like for the entertainment factor. But yeah, bro, we never felt confident even going that show, how I was looking before, obviously. But, come out in good shape. I see her, she sees me at the end, feel good. So to answer your question about the whole dating thing, it has turned up the last 2 to 3 months, honestly. We went on a date with that girl like on Tuesday, actually. And we had a great time. So
had a great time.
It's cool.
Okay, I got
But
you.
it sounds like you're handling business first, and then it's giving you what you want in every other aspect of your life.
It sounds
But
like
he's handling business first and
it's not
putting business first.
it sounds like he's
honestly.
handling personal first,
Personal.
like
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Business. Then you're able to enjoy a little leisure time, right?
Yeah.
Have a little leisure time. So, how does this look for you? I know right now you just turned 32.
Yeah.
Just turned 32. So, did you expect to be where you are right now? Did you expect to be single? Did you expect to be dating? Did you expect to be married around this time? Because all of us got these ideas of where we want to be. I didn't expect to be married right now. I'm just being completely honest. The way
How old are you again?
I'm 23.
23, okay.
Yeah, so we're both 23.
23,
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we're still young, right? We're still really young. You're still young too.
Yeah.
So like,
Appreciate it.
what are you like looking for now? Are you looking to just date around, or are you looking to go? Cause we're gonna find you somebody, right? We're gonna find you somebody, right? So you looking to date around now, or you looking to say, you know what, I'm ready to settle down. You looking for a wife? Cause some people just say, you know what, I was listening to something the other day. It was like, not many men have girlfriends, and this is why. Because you're a girlfriend, it's kind of like once you get to a certain point in your life, I'm no longer looking for a girlfriend. It's just like that's why we hear stories about people that, oh, I was with your mom for 2 months, then we got married. It's because it's like at this point, I'm not really looking for somebody to be my girlfriend. So what are you looking for? Are you looking to settle down? Do you feel like that brings more stability in your life? How do you think about marriage, or do you even believe in marriage? Some people don't even believe in it.
Yeah, man. I mean, my mom and dad were married my whole entire life until
Right.
my dad passed away. So I've had good examples of marriage in my life. And I think most folks who are in relationships, they have seen a marriage work, hence why they're in one right now probably. But I think when it comes to like what I'm looking for at this point, to be honest with you guys, I feel like Superman when he got his powers. When Flash got his powers, like being super fast.
Yeah.
So I'm testing the waters right now. Like I've never been in situations where like I can flex, like I won't say flex like that, but
No.
you know,
You're
trying to figure out what you like.
Because you gotta think about it. Because you gotta think about it, bro. When you get
We're gonna
to a point,
stick with
when
figuring
get
out what
to a
you like.
point where it's like, bro, because it feels great to even just feel like, even though I'm married, like I would just say, bro, I ain't gonna count. I know for a fact, thank God for this is a blessing. And it's just come from working and doing stuff. I'm like, bro, I can get any girl I fucking want. And I don't care. I understand that I'm the prize. I understand that. And once you put yourself in that position that you're in, you understand that you're the prize. So you're not just settling for anything. You're like, bro, I'm like Superman right now. I'm like, bro, I just got my powers. I'm trying to figure it out. But guess what? I ain't just got to fall for anything.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to point out.
Gotta deal with everything.
Because I think for a lot of guys who are watching, man, once you kind of get your stuff situated, you call the shots on what type of girl you want.
Yeah.
Like I could never date a girl that's not in shape now.
I feel
I
you.
could never have said that like like 2 years ago. Like I had to take what I got to be honest with y'all.
Saying this
Like, hey, it's what
I'm
it
just
is,
saying
man.
they talk about me because they
Take
thought
what
I was rude. Cause I used to be like, bro, if my girl get fat, bro, I'm gonna tell her or I'm gonna leave. He
Couldn't do it.
used to be like, bro, how you gonna say that to her? What you mean?
No, bro, it's harsh, bro.
No, this is why I say that though, especially about the in shape thing. It's because you're in shape when we got together. When we got together, I feel like you start losing respect for me. So you think you could just be in any type of shape at that point? Yeah. Why are you think you could just be in any type of shape with me?
You got an option.
It's not that. You know why I said that? Because you know your woman has to have kids. She gets
And my woman had
older.
yeah, for sure. And I'm going through that now.
So that's why I say it might come off a little harsh, but I know what he means.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like whatever. And my wife just had our kid, obviously, but now she's at Rich and Fit.
I saw that video. Yeah.
So she comes now because it's just,
good for her.
And it's not like I'm telling her, oh, you need to go work out. You lead by example as a man.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta tell you. If you see I'm going to work out all the time, eventually they just don't want to get left behind. They're like, you in hella shape. So why the hell? Because that means all these other girls gonna be looking at you. I need to be able to at least fit the standard.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much.
Don't go out with them earrings on.
Exactly.
No.
So they can't. So you should just be leading as a man. You should just be leading an example, especially in relationships.
Man.
I shouldn't have to tell you what to do. You see what I'm doing. You see how I'm doing it. Hey, do you want to have this lifestyle or not?
Yeah, man.
That's what it comes down to.
But I hate to be that guy, y'all. We've been here for a minute. It was a great podcast, but something we
Did Tay give us the cue? He did. I knew he did.
He gave us the cue.
He's there.
But we like to do something towards the end. Since you're our honorary guest on the podcast for today, just leave the people with something to go off of that they can just take into their week. Because we dropped this podcast at the beginning of the week. Just give them something that could just stick with them and they could take into the week, and something that would just help them, like just grow as a person or grow as a business, or just something that would just stick with them.
Absolutely, man. I would say honestly, guys, your current situation is not your final destination. Where you're currently at right now is not where you'll be 2 years from now or 10 years from now. My mentor always says, whoever has your ear has your future. Mm-hmm. So whoever you listen to in the past is a direct reason of where you're at today. So if you want to have a different future, you have to start listening to different people today. So like you're listening to this podcast right now, you're starting to create a different future for yourself starting now. Because all the stuff you do, now is going to result what the future will be in like 30 days from now. So I would say for everyone listening, man, just know that what's happening to you right now is not going to be the future. And if you take action today, you can create a different tomorrow.
Now plug yourself in. What can we find you at? What are some offers that you got for us? Anything that you got for our guys, our people, our ladies? What do you got?
Absolutely, man. Like I said, guys, we run a business called Remote Closer University. So if you are looking to increase your income, make more money, if you have tried e-commerce, drop shipping, all these businesses that have not worked for you, like how they have not worked for me, and you're ready for a change, if you're an extroverted person who wants to change lives, remote sales may make sense for you. You can follow me at mbusby_, MBUSBY_. Click the link in my bio to hop on a call with our team to see if we can help you. You can be no different like Ben, who I mentioned, who's making $28,000 a month right now for remote sales. You can be no different than Amika, who was a nurse making close to $2-3 a month. Now she just had her first $15K month. Or like myself, where I was doing $20K in credit card debt, $3,000 a month as a hotel manager. Now I'm making upwards of between $30 to $40K from learning a simple high income skill that not just has helped me, but helped my family as well.
Man, y'all heard him. You guys heard him. And make sure you just go follow me on Instagram at _Mr.Mindset. Please go get my ebook, The Perfect Mindset, 7 Thought Patterns that can take you from stress to success. If you guys want to be successful like this guy, especially in sales, you got to have the right mindset. So go get that ebook. And guys, BJ.
And like I've been saying, man, y'all don't even got to follow me. Just go follow this podcast, man, at _on_the_porch. Man, it's on all platforms. There's no reason that you shouldn't be liking, subscribing, and following and supporting everybody on this platform, especially if you watched it to this point in the podcast.
Okay.
So, Mike, we just appreciate you for coming out, taking your time, taking your day. It's been a great episode. Got a lot of game, and I'm just ready for tomorrow to just, I'm just energized, man. Like, it's great energy around.
See you at the gym tomorrow?
Let's do it.
Okay.
He gonna be hurt, but you gonna be at the gym tomorrow?
Of course, every day.
I'll pull up.
Every day.
I'm about to set alarm
with my hurt leg.
Pull up. You too, bro. Yeah, pull up.
For sure.
After
Hey,
everything we said, right? Community and stuff like that.
Gotta do it. So we appreciate y'all watching. You know we'll be back next week. Peace.
Gone.
Appreciate it. Hey, bro, what do you mind?
JT on the track again.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.